Hi, welcome, and thanks a lot that I can be part of this interview.
Yeah.
So, my name is Christian Sigg.
Mm-hmm.
I work for Swiss International Airlines, and I do business development. What means business development at Swiss? So we are a business unit of the Lufthansa Group.
Yeah.
So I do actually corporate development, including strategy, digitalization, organizational development, process optimization, and also larger projects within the company. Not me, of course, but me together with the whole team. I would say one topic is, of course, also what we are talking here. It's about digitalization and the whole, let's say, transformation that we need to do. But in that area, of course, one of the big or major topic is data and how can we collect data, how can we make use of the data, and how we at the end can, let's say, take decision based on data. And even with AI, we try to basically do predictive decisions. So that's actually where we want to go. That's one point. The other topic, of course, is now quite big in the media. Is the whole topic regarding climate change and CO2 emissions. So that's for us one of the big topic, corporate responsibility in general, but specifically also climate change, and where we're looking into the topic of SAF, for example, sustainable aviation or sustainable alternative fuels, which is one of the big thing, which is not just a hype, so it's going to be lasting topic for the next couple of years or decades. And last but not least, I think, because you asked for three major disruptions, I would say it's how can we get the right talents on board or within our ecosystem. I think people is one of a ongoing topic. How do we develop the organization in order to be fit and also attractive for the newcomers and the new leaders to come? It's about ecosystems, and I think first of all, of course, there are many definitions of an ecosystem, but at the end, if you collaborate in a certain system with different partners and stakeholders, I think in order to be successful, you need to have a common vision, common targets, and the strategy, and what kind of position do you have there, also to do the expectation management, and that you can see, okay, if you have and when you have the common vision, who is doing what, who is responsible for what, and how the puzzles are working together. I think the base for me is very important. And then, of course, you have, especially what we are discussing here, this two sides. If we make it black and white, it's a corporate side and it's a startup side, the dynamic and the not so dynamic side. But I think it's really painted black and white. But I think this cultural match needs to be done, and both sides need to see how is the best way and how to collaborate. And I think the collaboration is then the third point. So the more efficient and effective we can collaborate in the future, also based on new technology, that's the key for ecosystems in the future. And of course, the customer at the end. So at the end, you basically do it in order to create value for not only the customer, also for shareholders at the end, and the society as well. I think it's not about going on the same level, or I mean, you just need to have the openness and to have this spirit that you have in a startup, also in a large corporate. And we try, of course, as we do in other fields, for example in the lean and Kaizen methodology, or respectively thoughts. So we ask each and everyone to be open for changes and open to improve and optimize whatever he is doing each and every day. And so we want also to have this part in the DNA to be creative each and every day and be open to collaborate and not just claim, let's say, a topic for yourself, but basically rely and collaborate with each and all the other, let's say, facilities, respectively know-how and experienced people around you. And I think that's you can trigger with different parts. So we do exchanges, we do events, we even have a crowd-based innovation process now installed within Swiss in order to change the behavior in the daily work. And I think with the change of the behavior in the daily work, you also change or transform the culture. And I think that's at the end the most important, that you have this openness, this spirit, and then it also works with startups or tech giants in the collaboration ecosystem.
Really nice.
I also mentioned what is one of the important parts. I mentioned incremental steps, and I think in many ways, or in quite a lot of areas within the corporate, we go for big projects, and then we have a huge scope. The projects should be an all-in-one solution, fulfilling all the needs, and you add needs, you change, and it needs to fulfill during a project even more and more, and projects get hugely complex. And I think we need, and there is also failure. Can't name now the project itself, but there we have a large project where we can say it failed due to that reason, or that was one of the main reasons. Let's put it that way. So I think we should more, let's say, look into incremental targets, milestones, make it modular, in order to also have, let's say, also successes in between, and then really build up one after each other. And I think that's also a good way to work together with startups in an ecosystem, to really go for incremental step modular solutions. There's not one tip, but I think important is read the strategy. What do you want? And then also focus. I think you can go into each and every direction, and you should focus, and I think that's one part. And what kind of ecosystem do you want to develop, in which field? Is it vertical, is it horizontal? Then say, okay, what is your role in that ecosystem? I think it's important. Then have the common vision within that ecosystem, and at the end it's always this kind of nice 3 words. So create something, then basically test it, and then learn. So I think you need also to be open that something might not be so successful, but then learn and make it better, and create the next step.
Well, thank you very much for your time and all your insights.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.